back to another episode of Wisdom Wednesday. As usual, I've got my co-host with me, Sherlock Clones.
Hello.
We were, like I said, we were going to have one of the guys from Play Fusion on this week, but unfortunately, due to family reasons, which is fair enough, unable to make it this evening. So it's just us two yet again.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Maybe next time.
You had something planned once with them, didn't you? And that fell on its head. So your sympathies probably.
I feel your pain, man. Feel your pain.
So what we're gonna do? Oh, sorry. Go on. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was just gonna take another little dig, saying that it happened to also be the day of when I found out it was canceled. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and maybe it's you.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it's you.
She just doesn't like me. That's all. She's like, I'm not hopping on with him.
No.
Get the hell out of here.
Ew. Not with that name. Who the hell calls himself Sherlock Clones? So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a new card that's been spoiled for the new set 4. Okay. I think one of the guys asked. I will go through some of the questions that people are asking. But one of the guys said, "New here to the game. Would you say this game is friendly and is friendly free to play? Did you say it's friendly free to play? I think it's not bad.
So. It's not bad. It used to be better.
Yeah.
I think when the game first came out and everything, but I would still say it's pretty friendly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever really struggled with trying to get a lot of the cards. I think they do throw quite a fair bit at you, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they do. So, we have Manfred, Hate-Filled Hunter. So this is the new card that got spoiled. So his ability, which is whenever you... Oh, hang on. Someone's... Hey, thanks very much for the follow. I'm just going to shift that out of the way. So, whenever you remove a spell or unit, deal 1 damage to the opponent. Which is, it's alright.
It's okay.
It's not 12 points.
Well,
no.
Hold on now. We're getting to the better part on the next line.
Okay, yeah, I know. I'm just saying for that.
For that maybe not, but maybe for the other thing. Oh.
When you complete this champion's quest, you may unleash them. Instead of revealing the blessing, you may unleash them.
Unleash them.
You may unleash them.
So now I guess that begs the question: what the heck does unleash mean?
What the heck does unleash mean, guys? Come on. So, no, you haven't missed anything, Declan. About to talk about a card reveal. Yeah, that's us. So, guys, what do you think? There has been times when, thanks, I'm done with Hearthstone, at least for now. It is easy to come by games. Just curious if the game is gaining popularity or not. It was popular. It was a lot more popular, and it took a dip. But I think now, I think you've maybe hit the worst bit. I don't know. We're talking about this new card, right? Would you? Oh, unleash means to flip the champion, but does it?
I don't know.
But
what do you think it means?
Right. Well, I guess the best guess would be to flip the champion, but what the hell? What the hell does them mean?
So I asked this question, and it's just the correct terminology, like gender neutral terminology for the cards, I guess. Yeah, it's neither he or she, it's just them.
Why didn't you
so
say
they were
it?
Trying to be gender neutral, grammatically correct. That's all.
Well, why don't you just say it?
I just don't understand why they couldn't just say he or she. Like, if it was a female, they could say she. If it was they could say he.
I'm hoping it's true. Planeswalker style, flip them over, more powerful version. Would you like to be called it? I don't think Manfred gives a shit. for two reasons. One, oh no, probably multiple. I've got a few. It's not real. He's a vampire, and it's also cardboard.
Indeed.
So it is technically it. When you complete this champion's quest, you may unleash it. But it's referring to it as the third person. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not here to sit, but you may unleash them. All right, okay, them. But when I first heard of it, I thought it would be a rule that would have units that also had the word unleashed in it. So whenever he does that, then all the cards that had the keyword unleash on it, that would trigger. But that doesn't. So if it is, that sounds pretty shit.
Yeah, I think it's just unleash pertains to just Manfred and nothing else.
Yeah, because when you said unleash them, I thought them as in like them lot.
I thought the same thing, which is why I asked, and then I was immediately corrected that it pertains to just that character in a grammatically correct way.
Well, there you go. That gives me the liberal thumbs up.
That's right.
So
you think it's just flipping the guy?
Well,
and he
after hearing that,
powerful ability.
Well, if now that we've understood the term them, then yes, I would say it's definitely a flip card. Although it's going to be really weird, right? Because now, go on. Unless there's something you wanted to add to that, because I was going to go down a different route now.
Well, I was going to say it's either a flip card that transforms him into a different version, or maybe it's another card with a different version that you replace that with like an ability on par with a blessing. Because there'd be no point to unleash him unless his ability is somewhat decent. Like, why not just flip your blessing then? So I would say the ability has to be on par with a blessing.
I think the ability is the means of winning the game, because they were talking about alternate win conditions apart from smashing your health down to 0, which I'm really excited about.
That could be true. And I think it was Stefan who said that there are multiple champions with Unleash. So this could be one for each faction and a different win condition for each faction.
That'll be cool. That's true. We'll probably make his 1 damage down to 2 damage, 1 healing or something when he's unleashed. He'll probably amplify. And it probably might turn around and give him different quest lines. Yeah, unless unleash is a generic buff or damage from the champ. They did mention that. They did mention that there is going to be. I think it's going to be an alternate win condition. I would imagine that the alternate win condition would probably be, if it's going to be something generic that all the champions are going to I've got a rule for, then I would say it's probably complete his quest again. Yeah, but he's more powerful, and his quest lines are a bit hard to pull off.
That's the only thing I was debating, is if it is a new version, do you still get to quest him? Because that to me would be so broken if you get a guy who he transforms into, which has an ability that's like a blessing, and you also get to quest the blessing underneath him.
Yeah, but it's got to be an alternate win con, right? He might turn around and say, and this is the thing, what are these win cons going to be? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think, Declan's saying, I think you flip and get 4 new quests so you can still get blessings. I think you flip and get 4 new quests so you can still get blessings, okay? Basically, like Inspire on Warhammer Underworlds. Yeah. But I think what they did say, I honestly think that, okay, he won't have corners on the back. No, it would just be more powerful. But then he's got to have an. He's got to have. I generally think he's going to have a win condition.
It's debatable. It's either, I mean, yeah. I
Yeah.
guess that they're letting you choose to have an alternate win condition. Like, you know, either you flip the blessing or you flip him and there's another way to win. I'm just curious at what those other ways would be.
Yeah. I'm just
like, what would his ability be that you're like, oh, I'd rather do this than to just knock your health down. After, you know, I mean, he's not an easy quest, really. He's okay. He's, you know.
Summer Utrix said, you know what would really suck? Getting your new Unleashed champion Expanse of Gerd.
Yeah, then what would you do?
Oh, he's blank. he's a blank card.
Blank.
He's been blank for 3 turns. That'd be good. Hey, see, that'll be quite interesting. And then that's what. Then what's that new spell that Chaos has got? The Clotting Quagmire. See if I can shift that over there. See Clotting Quagmire, the one that ooh, don't move my game. Oh god damn it, I'm ruining my stream. That's the one. So if you had that, you can you can go, you're not winning for 2 turns.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's just the balance that you could still dormant the guy.
Yeah. But then I don't know. What do you do? I mean, it's open, right? It's all open. How many? So Bluffkin saying, how many boxes will you be buying? That's the question. I don't know.
I guess it depends on how we like the spoilers when they spoil everything. If they're good, then we're like, oh, let's get it. Let's get a case.
Yeah. Would you? I mean, so far, I mean, it's kind of that weird thing. A lot of people are in that toying mindset of because of we went through a big dark day phase. If anyone hasn't sort of caught up in the past of what's happening, the OP had a load of money in it, and then they pulled it all, and then kind of really just took a massive nosedive for everyone. But hopefully now that they're going to get some different organized play put into place, which will, well, generally all hoping in the future, which will just get this back and rolling and back to being exciting for physical again. And set 4's coming around, and you know what, set 4's gonna do a lot to bring people's moods back up again, because it's all new, right? New stuff gives you things to go, oh, okay, let's have a look. Do you know what I mean? You can't help if you're really into it, but just see what's about, right?
Yeah. I guess it really depends. I'm sure a lot of people, including myself, would like some sort of announcement on organized play for the future and what's going on for the future before they start digging in and spending money on physical cards. Like, a lot of people are under the assumption that they might just go full digital. What's the point of buying physical then?
Well, there is that. I mean, there's no reason, I mean, I've got, as you could probably see up on the top here, I've got 812 souls and enough gold for to probably buy 4 boxes of it all. I will buy it physical anyway, and this is the problem why I've got so much gold. I've got so much physical. I'll buy all the physical cards, and then scan them in, so I don't need it. But
well, you know what?
But the gold's handy for the just digital. Yeah, what were you saying?
You've been hyping up set 4 for a while now, so you got me hyped. You've been hyping it up. You got me hyped.
Why not?
I'm gonna give it a chance. I can't. Man. I gotta give it a chance.
What else are you gonna do?
I don't know. I'm just hoping that they have a plan in place and they give some sort of announcement or something soon to answer some questions.
I know. Well, they will. They will. They will. They'll do. They will, wouldn't they? They're not going to do nothing. They're going to do something. Anyway, we're not going to talk about. We fall into this trap, everyone. I do apologise. So, the doors are open for this. What are people saying? Death will be removed, recycled. Chaos will be something based on damage, as always. Destruction will probably be discard based, and the order will be healing based. If I was to make any guess, for an alternate win condition. Right. Let's go. Let's talk alternate win conditions. So. Are the champions going to all fall into a alternate win condition that is going to be pretty much a thing that everyone can kind of go for, or are we going to see alternate win conditions that are specific to certain champions? To which then you're going to find a lot of There's going to be quite a number of win conditions, and I for a while just did not think that was a bit realistic.
I think it would be weird to throw in 4 different win conditions in one set. I think I told you this before. I wouldn't mind if you unleash somebody and then everybody who unleashes has the same win condition. But to have separate win conditions for each faction, that might be too much. Or every champion that has Unleash has a different win condition.
If everyone had their own win conditions, the game, I will imagine, will just be drastically different, because we're going to have champions and the champion specific win condition with their health pool, and it's going to be pretty it's going to be totally different, isn't it? And it also is, I don't know, but at the same time, if you had just a win condition that was quite universal, something that everyone can tap into, well, not everyone, but the champions that unleash,
yeah,
it will start. I don't know. I just,
my only concern with an alternate win condition is that one faction will be able to do it better than the rest. And then that one faction, someone will just exploit that faction, and then we'll get back to nobody wants to play the game because this one faction is just so much better than every other faction.
But at the same time, there is inherent cards that that dormant champions.
Right.
So if it is a bit good, you already can just slap that. Well, Chaos can, but I'm sure they'll probably start presenting different people that could blank a champion a bit more.
Well, yeah, and plus we don't know everything that's coming out in set 4. There might be things that interact.
We saw one card.
Yeah,
we've seen one card, and we're all going, "Who knows? Who knows?" Right?
Yeah.
So it's all up in the air. Hey, Jason, how are you? We're talking about this new card. We're already assuming that this new card is going to flip this champion. Even if it's a flip, that's another thing as well. Is this champion going to be a double-sided card? So Unleash, we don't know. We're all speculating, but the best speculation that we've got is they are in this new set. There's going to be alternate win conditions, and we believe that when you unleash him, it will be he will then become a different version. So we're assuming there's going to be a flip card version of him. So he will be a better version, and that better version will be a win condition. I think that's a. I don't want to say it's definitely that. Well, I think it would be a real shame if it isn't that.
Well, the only reason I feel like I don't want it to be a flip and I'd rather it be another card is because the cards in these sets that they've released have been so easy to get. I feel like they want to make cards where you have to chase to get them. So you could still run Manfred, but maybe they'll add a rarity to this new set. Maybe there'll be a mythic rare or something where His Unleashed version is another card that you have to get. That way, it brings value to these cards instead of just like, oh look, you get Manfred and he flips and now he's busted.
So do you think?
It's,
Do you think there will be you? So, but the thing is, at the same time, do you want to get Manfred, and then he's a dead card? Well, he's not dead because you could still do a blessing, but
yeah,
he's a dead card because you don't have the other one.
Well, then you would have to buy more.
But what happens if you? Okay, but then the opposite's true, isn't it?
Well, where you wouldn't buy because you didn't get it?
No, I mean you get the alternate version, but you don't have the version that turns into him.
Well, yeah, but that's the whole point of, well, then that means you have to keep buying boxes or packs until you get it or you trade. It's supposed to be difficult.
I know, I know what you mean, but you don't want to. I think there's something really bad. That you buy a pack and one of them is just literally like, oh, I think it's 12 packs in every one, isn't it? It's 12 in every pack.
12 cards in every pack, yeah.
Yeah, but now in this specific pack, you only got 11. Well, I know you got 12, but what happens if you're not someone that wants to buy a lot? And you buy a pack and you got that one card and you can't play it. It is unplayable because you don't have the other version.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind having like a card that flips over and there's another version on the back. If they're gonna do that, then they should at least make it hard to get him. Because like I said, I think the problem with a lot of these last past sets have been you literally have a set in 2 boxes. And then there's no value to anything. So I think they need to make it harder to get some cards so there's actually a value to these cards.
Or maybe they just need to make him a flip card and just generally make him a harder champion to get.
Which is fine. If that's what they do, then that's fine.
Yeah. I don't think they'll make it the way you are thinking, Sherlock, because of draft would die in physical. Yeah, they want, and it would be it wouldn't work in draft. Not that it's alive, but then it would be near impossible. Yeah, but then it becomes to play to win, and that is great for organized physical players, but it hurts casual play. So I hope not.
Maybe, but I mean, most games are play to win for the most part. If you're competitive. Magic's play to win. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is pretty much play to win. Pokemon, I'm sure, is play to win. So, and they also have very good secondary markets where their cards are worth stuff. I think Champions needs to improve on their secondary market so their cards have value.
I think they need to make the cards a little bit harder to grab than it was prior. I don't think it's that level, isn't it? I think I think basically we're all been. I think me and you agreed that the size of set 1 was kind of spot on, because even if you win an event, you walk away with a set 1 box, and we've got every card, but you just know that the set 1 box is just it's got so much more value than any of their other boxes.
Yeah, set 1 was perfect. No complaints about set 1. They actually have foils in that set that are actually worth something because it's hard to get those foils. And that's how it should be.
Yeah, I all the cards I've never pulled a shiny Archaon. I'd love to have a shiny Archaon. I've never seen it.
Oh, a foil Archon?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I've never seen it.
Oh man, I think Kane might have an extra one. If you come to Gen Con, he might be able to give you it.
It's value. So
yeah.
Buffkin, I ended up with 3. So people are probably gonna. So how many boxes are we gonna buy? You have one, jeez, everyone's got one, but me, I haven't even seen one. Crazy. Hamish, did you read my comment about the pun spoiler where I think they hinted at flip cards? No, I didn't see that. Value will get easier to manage once the sets stop being so small. Less than 200 cards in a set and value is just not there. Magic on average has
I
260
agree.
a set, and Age of Sigmar has 130. Yeah, I know the one Savagery was 130, and they fully turned around and said that not Savagery, Onslaught had 130. I thought it was less than that, but it must have been 130. They did turn around and say that that was really, really, really small. It was not it was not ideal at all.
No, not at all.
No. So they know that. I think every set is just getting slightly bigger. Um, yeah. Oh, hey, Strathloman, how are you? Yeah, massive difference. The card creator has told you that set 4 would flip the game on its head. Oh, hey, there you go. Maybe that's it.
See?
I really like the warband stuff. I like the warband stuff. I think the warband thing's pretty cool. I like that. I like that as a product. You're not piping up, so I assume you don't.
What, the Warband stuff?
Yeah.
I did not even buy Warband 2, to be honest with you.
Oh.
I like the cards, I just didn't buy it.
Well, to be fair, actually, if none of those cards are going to be a thing you're going to ever use, then fair, because you know what's in it.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you don't have to buy it. I buy it. I don't think I've never bought a warband set. I own them. I'm just being technical. I've never bought one. I just happened to just go to an event and they just hand them out, which I've told them to stop doing because
How you devalue your cards if you just start handing them out.
yeah, they definitely would have just all the people that went to that event, those events would have brought one. What they could have done is say that you could buy this early at the event. Now that would be cool because everyone goes, "Oh, cool! I can buy the thing earlier than it is on sale if you come to this event." So everyone will probably, if they really want their cards early, instead of just giving them out, you just go, "You can buy this early." So everyone will go, oh, "Cool! I'll just go to the event to buy this stuff early."
Yeah, I agree. That's what they should do.
Onslaught was supposed to be part of set 1, hence why it was so small. They have sort of said that it was a very rushed product and they were not happy with the outcome, which is fine. I like it that the fact that they've recognized what the flaw and turned around and went, it was fine. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't just sheer awful, but it wasn't good enough either. So I was happy that they realized that it wasn't good enough. So now they know, like, they know what's not as they're going. That if a certain thing isn't good, they're gonna do something about that.
Would you be disappointed if set 4 was less than 200 cards?
It is less than 200 cards.
Do you know that for a fact?
Yeah.
Did they announce that?
No, I think I mean, I remember Jacob, the developer, was sort of streaming about it. I swear you were on as well, and it's 186.
186.
I mean, it's close to the 200.
It's close. I just feel like they need to have a set. They don't have to make it as big as set 1, but having 200 cards in a set is, will make it a lot harder to get all the cards you need in 1 or 2 boxes.
Well, this is definitely going to be harder to get everything. And when I for set 3, I think I spent about 160 quid when it came out. It's a lot of money. So I bought 2 boxes and I went to 3 drafts. But I have to say that by the time I got to my 3rd draft, the first draft I went to. So what did I do? I got my 2 boxes, and I'm not telling you where or how, but I did get them. I did get them earlier than release day. So, I opened 2 boxes, and a friend of mine as well got some boxes, and I kind of just swapped. He had some stuff that I wanted, and I had some stuff that he wanted. So we swapped some of the stuff around, and then the first draft That was really useful. The first draft was really useful. Weirdly enough, the second draft was really not useful, and then the third draft was, well, I don't need any of it. I gave it all away.
Yeah, and that's bad.
Yeah, but then maybe you shouldn't go to 3 drafts.
Well, yeah, but even so, I don't think you should. How many packs do you get in a draft?
You got to also think as well that they have so you get 6 packs in a draft,
Mm-hmm.
and then the winnings.
Okay.
So the winnings were distributed out, and I got nearer the top spot, so the winner will get distributed more packs as it goes. So I came I didn't win it. I think I came like 4th or something, or 3rd in the near the top spot. No, I didn't come top. I don't come top on everything. I come near top. I'm happy with that. So, and then I think you get 24 packs, and then they get distributed out again. So you get 6, and you probably walk away with another 3 or 4. So that's 10 packs. And then the second one, I won it, and there was only 3 of us, so they all went out. So that's a lot of packs when there's only 3 people in an event, which was the following day. And then we ran a draft in the club, and that had 11 people.
So, I mean, would you say that you got 48 packs out of 2 drafts or 3 drafts?
To be honest with you, I think I summed it up, and after all of it, I probably got 3 boxes worth, just over 3 boxes worth.
Oh wow, okay.
So I got just over 3 boxes worth of cards, and I kind of got everything. Although there was 1 or 2 cards that were missing that I had to and some of them were traded when I opened my first 2 boxes, and I still didn't open them. So those cards that I traded for were, I've not seen another one. I haven't. The Harbinger of Decay, I never opened one in 3 boxes.
Oh, in my draft, I never opened Drika.
Oh, there you go. Do you know what I mean? And it's just that, that you still, trying to hunt down some stuff. So it did it, and now this one's it's got what, 20 more cards in it, and I know that 20 doesn't sound a lot, but it does add up in terms of that's now your percentages of getting Manfred's going to be. I don't think Manfred's going to be the easiest to get. And then then what will happen is I open the first pack, and there'll be Manfred's in it. So what's people saying?
I would hope that they maybe bump a rarity up, like they make, like I said, like a mythic rare, and it's like you only get like 1 per box, or maybe 1 every 2 boxes, so it's hard to get.
Ooh, that'd be brutal.
It'd be brutal, but I mean, those cards will be valued.
Yeah, the single market will actually kick off.
I would hope so. I mean, there is no single market right now. I think there's like 1 website that has singles, and for the most part, they're not that expensive.
No, they're not. So Declan, if you come to the City Championship in Kingsbridge in June, you can have mine. I'm not going to that, unfortunately. It's a long way. I'm only going to one, which is the Milton Keynes one. Good cheers, Savage 150. It's still pretty tiny. I don't think it was 150. I think it was more than that. Might be wrong. Born to the Brine is like a staple in most Def decks. I was talking about stuff. Near the top. Okay. I think Hamish has been deceiving us the whole time. He's the real head of PlayFusion's champion department. Oh,
I wish you were. Maybe the game would be better.
Oh no, that's brutal, man. That's brutal. I wish it was working for him. No. I mean, I've emailed PlayFusion a lot of my ideas about, especially with organized play, and I think I sent that out to a lot of different people as well, for some, like, for yourself and some other people in the community, for some feedback, and it's all been positive. So I'm hoping that they would, look at it. But then at the same time, I do honestly believe that they're going to get some Like they're going to learn from what has happened, and everyone has told them what they kind of want, and I've given them a big thing about what would be a pretty good idea as well. So you know, you can't get worse, can it?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, it could if they just like, we're not doing any physical tournaments.
That's not happening. They're definitely doing something. I mean, they've got an organized play. Someone's job. They've got a job role for it, so it's going to happen. Giving away your draft cards isn't that strange. My friendly local game store has a table at the back, hundreds and hundreds of Magic the Gathering cards, and players leave after drafts for anyone to help themselves to. Yeah. I never brought a single set I never brought a single set free. Or did you not? Did you just win them all? Mr. Winner. Jason Gardner. In drafts, you pull cards you need for your collection too, and pass ones you don't. Okay. Oh, okay. Someone didn't even buy a pack. The high percentage of a pack adds to your collection versus just opening a bunch of packs. So a high percentage of packs adds to your collection. Knowing it's 186 cards takes Sherlock's theory out the window. What's your theory?
I don't know. What was my theory?
Yeah, Bluffkin, what was his theory? But adding value to champions is a good thing for the company. I'm all for adding value to cards because it helps the company. Yeah, people will probably want to get more because there's actually, if it's going to be a bit tougher to get the cards, I'm generally just don't, I'm more than happy for them to say it's tougher to get the cards. I'm also more than happy if the prize support was the winner would walk away with a box, right? Just one box, and then maybe that person would go, oh sweet, now we've got bigger sets. It's just going to be harder to get this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need 9.
No, no, we don't.
No, we don't need 9. I mean, the guy, if there was 200 cards in the set, then sure, I'm sure 9 will be good, wouldn't it? Because then you can go and just open them all up and then just sell them on. And you can probably start everyone who wins a tournament can start their own singles market. Because they'll have so many cards.
I mean, it's so simple. I feel like they can give like one box out, and then they could give out like a prize card, a mat. They don't need to just give out product. They can just.
I mean, I think product prizes are good for starter events. If you're going to do an event for the start, for like, here's a beginner's event, and the one that wins the beginner's event will just win more packs. That's perfect for someone that's just said, "Oh, I've just picked up the game, and what do I do?" Here's some product. Product is great for starters. And we've said this 100 times. We're going back to OP. God, it's a trap. It's a bear. The OP bear trap. We're not talking about OP. No more OP. Right. What people saying? Look at Lightseekers. Their mythic rares sell for like 50 quid, depending on which one it is. And Lightseekers is dead now. Is it dead? Lightseekers is dead because they pulled their OP entirely, not because they have mythic rares.
It's not looking good for Lightseekers.
Yeah, that's true. Mythic rares are a good thing. I wouldn't mind if they turn around and actually had mythic rare cards in this where they're actually ridiculously hard to find. It's kind of weird because I'm like, if I play Magic, I buy a pack of. I played a bit of Magic recently with my friends, and I buy a pack of Magic, and I'm like, oh man, this is hopeless. Oh, I'm not gonna find anything. I don't. But the thing is, as well, I don't know what's good. Whereas in this game, I feel so much more comfortable to know what I want, and I think as well, I feel like I've been buying to get everything. I think there's probably 1 or 2 cards I just don't have that third copy of, but I've definitely got the third copy of all the cards I want. All I care about is, do I have all the chaos? If I have all the chaos cards, then I'm done. I'm happy with it, like not being able to grab everything else.
Yeah, I feel the same way about Order. Like, as long as I get all the Order cards, I'm good.
Yeah. The Unleash. Oh, Bluffkin saying the Unleash with another card. He says it blows your theory out the window of a second card copy, I believe.
Oh, yeah, because I guess there's not as many cards, so they wouldn't have an extra card. Yeah, it's probably a flip card. I'm not, like I said, it was just a theory, just, But yeah, it's most likely a flip card.
Seems like you all prefer the cards be worth nothing for some reason. No, we don't. No,
I sure don't.
no, I don't. I want them to be worth more. OP cards are worth money at least. Are they? Just sold an
Uh,
Archon for a lot. Oh, a
oh,
shiny
you mean
Archon.
those tournament packs? You mean
Yeah,
cards?
yeah, the shiny Archon. I mean, to be fair, I probably would. I would love to get the shiny Altart Rotigus.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather get tournament pack boxes than normal boxes
Yeah,
because, like, at least it's ultimate art and it's actually worth something.
the thing is as well, like I could. There's some card. It's really weird because I'm sure that they must put in. They must put in these. Like they must preconceive the idea of what they want these OP cards to be. And I wouldn't mind if all the OP cards that are in there are the like if they looked in their database and they saw that all the cards in here are the popular cards, so that
Mm-hmm.
every card you would get, it's going to be a popular played card, so it's not a complete dead waste. And then I know there's a bit of back and forth between people not knowing, that I don't know what I'm going to get sort of card. But if every one of them was a playable card, that would be cool. But then there's also that option of you still don't know if it's a shiny or not. I know there's a big debate on that. I am in this weird mix of it, because I think people were saying that the person that won didn't get a shiny Rotigus, but the person that came last got the shiny Rotigus, and it's like, oh right, I won an
Well,
event, and I didn't even walk, and I didn't, and you didn't get what you want.
yeah, but I mean that's still random. Like that's every card game. It's just like some people just are luckier than others when it comes to pulling stuff out of packs.
Yeah, there's as long as the thing is, I think people what they don't want is when they get the alternate card that is just dog shit. So,
Oh, I agree.
it's just not that you're like. Ugh. Boxes aren't worth anything, and competitive players aren't really collectors. They buy the power cards for the meta decks. I suppose some. I'm not going to argue that some don't. I'm not one of them. I happen to be. I quite like to to collect all the cards. To be honest, all I care about is is just playing Void of Chaos. And I know that everyone go, oh well, Chaos is bust. I was playing Chaos before they were bust. I'll probably be still running around with Chaos when they're not bust. Because getting a Chaos deck that I made over the finish line is the thing I enjoy doing. So they just happen to be bust. So I mean, I was running around during the Gordrak days. They were certainly not bust then. I saw a lot of destruction players. And where are they now? Where are you
Nowhere to.
all?
Well, Pete's still here.
Yeah,
Pete's
Pete's
still
still
here,
here.
right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Mythic rares and making cards more chase make mythic rares and making cards more chase makes cards worth more. So what's the problem? Oh, I think yeah, he was saying that they were talking about chat. I don't know. I didn't see. No, I didn't know if anyone was saying that they didn't want cards to be small, but I think at the start everyone was kind of like the set sizes being small when it first came. The size just being a little bit smaller than Magic. At first, I think everyone quite liked it because it was that whole. Thank God I don't have to buy a shit ton of stuff all the time just to play the game, and then it just got to the extreme low side, which is now. Oh no, it's just way too easy now. But then it also helps you just crack on with the game quicker. I mean, I'm not arguing to say I would actually like a bigger set, but for the person that's starting out, it is kind of nice to go. I don't have to spend a lot of money to play the deck I want to play.
Yeah.
But yeah, uh, they could do pro play sets for big events. Oh, but they could do pro promo playsets.
Like a set of promos, yeah.
Yeah, so then so everyone can get that chance, but then maybe they could probably have that the cards that are in that season are probably the ones that are there. Maybe they have them looking gold. That'd be cool. To podcast, but it is an interesting.
It is.
Yeah, but it's more like I don't actually play anything. I just talk, and then everyone can just see a screen, and nothing's happening.
Well, let's see.
Okay.
What do you want me to play?
Play your best deck.
I don't have a best deck.
Well, then
I play orders, so there is no such thing as a best deck. But I will play something I was working on.
Oh, we're gonna see a little bit of the. We're gonna see a little bit of the Dream Factory.
Oh no! You'll definitely see something you haven't seen in a while.
Right, catch you in a bit, Dearwag. No one cares about the actual game anymore. Just speculating and backseat designing. I care. I care. I care deeply. I think, to be honest with you, if we're all sitting there chatting about the game, there's a level of where you actually do care. It's got to be a level of where you do care about what the game's doing, right? Fingers crossed for Friday. I know. I have been told they've been up for handing over some spoilers, so I'm looking forward to presenting that. I hope they do.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready?
Da, 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 da.
Are you ready? Hold on.
Oh shit! This is not what I think it is. Whoa!
Oh yeah.
Mind.
I know.
Blown.
Y'all thought she was dead.
Well, she is dead. But
Okay,
you're gonna
yeah,
show me
but,
otherwise.
That's right.
I'm intrigued now. What did Leonardo DiCaprio say? In Django.
In what?
In Django, he goes. So he goes. Oh, what does he say? He says, that he goes. At first, you piqued my interest. Now you have my attention.
Oh yeah.
I'm intrigued. Okay. Let's do a bit of question time.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do a little bit of question time. Let's see if I can pull up. Right. So some of these questions have been sent. One of the guys, I think, is Steve Talbot. Was he from the Dragons?
Yeah, he's the owner for the Dragon Slayer. Yeah.
Yeah. He chucked in quite a few questions. So I think I'm just gonna nitpick some of his stuff.
Okay.
And then we can just go. All right. So one of the questions that he asked was, "Will PlayFusion have a US team again?" So, like I said just before, anyway, like PlayFusion are going to answer. Going to give. I don't know whether they're going to specifically answer all these questions. They're going to give me some, but we'll might as well discuss them because I honestly I don't care. So, will PlayFusion have another US team again? What do you think?
Well, I know from talking to Steve, and then we also called another store. I mean, there's nobody here to talk to. Like, if there's an issue, or if they want to communicate with somebody, there's no one here to talk to. So it's very inconvenient for these stores over here to have to either email PlayFusion or have to call PlayFusion in England, where there's a 5-hour difference. I would hope they would have some sort of US team again at some point to make it easier for the people over here to actually physically be able to talk to somebody, or actually be able to see somebody. But I mean, that's their decision. It's not our decision. So we'll have to see. I would hope that they would, but
yeah,
what do you think?
I think they will. I think there definitely will be a US team. I think it'll be ridiculous if they didn't, because you know there is a market there.
Mm.
Aha, got you.
No, Pete, this is not your build.
Yeah, short answer is yeah, I believe there will be. I couldn't say when, how, or what time.
Mm.
But there will be. Maybe they'll start. They'll start. But the thing is, it's hard, isn't it? Because people just pop up everywhere, and it's just trying to get someone there all the time. But I think there definitely needs to be. There definitely needs to be a rep. That's in. Why did they? Oh. Why did they get rid of the US team? I think the unconfirmed answer is the just what maybe it was a level of what I don't know what they were doing, I suppose, because I I don't think it's all about. I'm a little bit optimistic in thinking that I don't think it's all about them things going really bad for them. I think it was probably just more what they were being able to do, I suppose. To be honest, not really my call, but I don't know. It's a hard one. I'm not getting what I want, but yeah.
I mean, I don't have any champions that I can play with, so you know. At least you have champions that you can do stuff with.
What, me? Oh yeah, that's true. What, you want about what I'm actually playing now? You're probably seeing what I've got in my hand. You cheating?
Me?
Yeah, you cheating.
No,
Cheating bastard.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I like giving hard ones. What? So,
Interesting.
yeah. All right. So another question
Sure.
that was said. How long does PlayFusion hold the IP for? Okay, I don't know. Forever. Forever. That's a reason. That's a reasonable answer, right?
Very reasonable.
Can we expect Champions to go direct sales to stores like Lightseekers? Direct sales is direct sales. I think that's when they stop using their distributors and start. Oh, hello.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
No. I think direct. Yeah, so that's when they stop using distributors to go to shops and people can actually go to them. Shit. For the product, rather than just trying to hopefully a distributor get it and then hopefully someone else. Well, yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's possible. Right, let's see. Magic touch. Yeah, well, I suppose it's all down to whether the if it works for light seekers. So that's probably something. Kane says apparently it's because they didn't do anything. They screwed up their OP program over here and committed PlayFusion to cash prizes early, promising it would bring in huge crowds. The setup for the events, so they're like 80 hours away from anyone. Yeah, I think that's probably a good theory. I'd fire them too after that. If I don't know, like I said, if I don't want to, I'm not here to throw people under the bus, but you know, it would be if that was if that was a reason, then that was probably I would say that was a pretty legitical reason. As of now, my local shop would have to have direct sales because we can't get any from the two suppliers they use, which are two of the biggest ones. I think the AP team was handed a turd and were expected to turn it into a diamond overnight. It's a bit harsh. I don't think they were handed a turd, were they? They handed a turd?
I don't think anybody really knows exactly what happened, so
No,
it's all speculation.
That's it. Can we expect champion? No, we did that. Does PlayFusion plan to make it harder to get cards in the next set? Well, they are, because the next one's harder. They're progressively getting harder, right? So
yeah,
they are technically doing that. Oh, screw you. Oh, man. Stop.
sorry. I'm trying to win.
Stop it. Shit. Have I lost?
Well, not yet. It's close, though.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I've lost this.
Oh, did Drika do it?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, you did it.
See? Drika's not dead.
Oh, boy. Right. So, yeah, they are. Will sets in the future be as big as set 1? Well, I suppose. Don't see why not. So I think, yeah, well, I think we covered that one, didn't we? Right, I'm going to leave it there. Right, everyone, thanks for taking part, and I will see you all next week. Bye-bye. You got to say bye, Sherlock.
Bye, guys. I already said bye. I didn't want to double it, but I'll say bye again.
Double bye.